Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. I don't really have a whole lot of announcements myself, so I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it over to these guys. So, this side of the table.
Milk of magnesia.
That side of the table.
All right, since everybody suddenly got stage fright, our campaign is sponsored by Highland Protection LLC out of Columbus, Ohio.
That's still really good.
Thank you. I took a shower. That happens.
Rare credits.
Roll credits.
So essentially, Highland Protection since 2020 has been a leader in security in the greater Columbus area, helping with event security, warehouse security, residential properties. If you are interested in upgrading your security to a company that prides itself on professionalism through integrity, or if you'd like to join a team of the best security out there, head to highlandprotection.net today. Highland Protection, one team, one fight.
Wildcats.
And we have our energy partner and sponsor, Dubby. This is what we like to refer to here as the Dub Tub.
Dub tub.
This Dub Tub here gives you 30 servings of energy. It's genderless energy, crashless energy. It's made out of coffee fruit extract. And this one is the Dragon Aid, but it's dragon fruit and pink strawberry lemonade flavored. Dubby, be better.
You can use the promo code Elderwood.
At w.gg.
You better fucking applaud.
Oh, I can hear it through the
Bang.
computer.
All right, I've done my part. Anyway,
And also, we are always looking for folks who want to invest in this product. We are homegrown here in Ohio. If you want it's not much, but it's honest advertising. If you want to work with us and sponsor an episode or even sponsor the campaign, please hit us up, echoesofelderwood@gmail.com. We are always looking for local and small businesses to partner with to increase our outreach in the community. So, always out there.
Absolutely.
But I think it's about time we roll some beautiful footage.
Alrighty. Okay. To preface, before we get into our recap, we use OBS, and for whatever reason, it's acting very strange today. And the past couple of days that we've been doing it, it's crashed a lot. So if the stream stops, bear with us for a little bit. We'll be able to get it back up and running here, probably within a few minutes of it stopping. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but if it does, don't fret. It's not you or your horrible internet. It's us.
and our horrible internet.
My internet's fine.
How does that look?
I like my internet provider.
Not sponsored.
So
Not sponsored by fiber optic.
that is that. Just doing some final adjustments here. Also, we worked on, I know last session, or last episode, my microphone sounded like total asshat garbage. I believe we fixed that. Let us know in the live chat. We will be monitoring. Anthony will be monitoring it as always. And that's for anything doesn't look right, sound right, or you just have questions or comments. Please, we love to engage with anybody that watches. So
Yeah. We love our Echoes fam.
I think we got it fixed. I think we're. Hopefully, I mean, like I said, it's never an Echoes stream if we don't have a technical issue of some
yeah.
Trying to get
kind.
W in the screen.
So,
You can put it in the middle and then.
okay, that's all that I had that I wanted to address before we got started. So, if everybody's ready and focused,
Don't move muscle.
you're definitely focused.
I think we
got it fixed.
Yeah,
Okay,
your mic
cool.
is fixed.
Great, yay! All right,
Can't move.
to recap,
Give me the dub tub.
It's
Come
on
on, guys.
screen.
I guess I'll just
It doesn't need
It's
to be
not
on
on
screen.
screen.
I'll just wait for this chucklefuck bunch to
Sorry.
be done. No, it's fine.
You love us.
I'm trying to help for once.
Thanks, Dad.
Also, D said applause.
Yeah.
Applause. Okay.
He gets it.
To recap from last time, what our group got up to. So we. What? The fuck was that?
What the fuck?
That was a
That's
smoke
new.
detectors, low battery.
I don't have a smoke detector in this room.
That's
which
on
I
tape.
should, but I
That's
don't.
comforting. All these wires and equipment.
I will get one. However, comma, I don't know what that was. Was that you?
I don't
Did you
know.
do something stupid?
Maybe.
You idiot.
What you did?
Well, let's.
This better not be another thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you think he
Oh,
would just
man.
bring a smoke detector
You're
with
gonna
him?
make me change my plans for tonight.
I thought
no.
you were gonna say change your pants.
You're gonna make me change my pants and my plans.
Wait, if it happens again, am I gonna die?
Potentially. The gun
All right,
safe
I'll
is
stop
right
it.
there.
No.
I put another window up. It's 10 hours of silence, occasionally broken up by a smoke alarm beep.
I say leave it. I say leave it.
It could have been the Taco Bell dong.
No, there's only allowed to be one extra dong at this table.
And I was sitting right here. I didn't see you do that at all.
No.
Oh my god.
I roll high for stealth. The only thing I'm rolling high on tonight.
Sneaky.
Oh boy.
Do you want me to turn it off?
Do I have permission to reach in the sack?
Yeah.
Probably,
Like
but
most
I'll let
things
it
in your
ride
life.
for now.
Full
Okay.
fist my sack. You're fine.
Do what?
Like most things in your life.
What?
We'll
Turn
just
things
cut
off.
your
Oh,
phone and then
haha.
it's a feed.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to
Before
do
I get rudely interrupted by a beep again,
Beep. Actually,
to recap last session, we started off, we were on the ship to Fairneth. Once we landed there, we discovered that one of our patrons glowed whenever he set foot on Fairneth lands.
that's me.
Yeah. So you guys devised some sort of a plan by carrying him or getting him into a cart, I believe.
Yeah.
For most of
like a
it.
drunkard in the cart.
For most of it. We ended up catching a glimpse of the red-cloaked woman when you guys went into a church, and I fucking hate you so much.
Perfect. Perfect. Red cloak woman. Beep.
I'm listening. Quiet coyote.
You guys ever seen Scanners? Bailey's head's gonna pop.
I think he has the.
I forgot it existed until that moment.
Yeah.
That's how quick my brain.
And that's how it's gonna happen throughout this game if he doesn't turn it off.
I don't think I want to now.
He's gonna be in the middle of you like a special like
We're gonna come back from break with one fewer player.
Yes, we are, and it's that one. I will learn how to do all this shit myself.
I mean, I can help with most of it. He's replaceable.
Oh god.
It's like it's loosening the tension.
As much as you want.
He's turning it off.
Yeah,
Chat,
I'll get
tell us
rid
if
of
you
it.
want to keep it on.
No, it's off. Fucking gone.
I should have never said anything. Like, what the hell's that smoke detector?
So you were in church, you saw a dead body.
That was before we ran after the woman.
Yeah, you saw a dead body, and then the woman, you followed her
Through the woods.
For
Through
what
the
it's worth,
woods.
the smoke detector beep was a perfect because
You
the
want-
body
you want me
got
to do the
burned.
recap?
Yeah.
I'm listening.
I know you are. You're about the only one that.
Whoa, hey.
Hey, whoa,
I said about. I said about.
It's the recap. I
You're
know
the
what
recap.
happened.
I need the recap.
So you followed her into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Trailed her for a good while through a big giant skull, and then you ended up discovering her outside of the infamous Elderwood tree. I fucking hate you. I'm taking it away from you guys. That's it. I'm gonna walk out of here. I'm done. I was looking forward to tonight. Not looking forward
I'm
to it
done.
so much right now.
I'm done.
Bailey, you said you were stressed and we're making you laugh.
That's a murder.
Oh
God.
no.
You just got dropped 20 points.
Why would it be me?
He just took
Gryffindor
notes
lost 20
worth
points.
thoughts.
So we discovered the infamous Elderwood tree, where the redheaded woman was outside of. They did battle.
Wait, she was a redhead?
Yes. With a
Red
cloak.
hooded.
Red
Oh,
hooded
hooded.
woman.
You said
A
redhead.
red cloaked woman, I should say. I'm a little fucking distracted.
Overstimulated partner.
They did battle, discovering that it wasn't actually her that was there. Upon the final blow, she was reduced to a pile of snow. Upon approaching the Elderwood tree, it opened. They were able to come inside, and they found what seemed to be a small boy, a child.
Child.
So they that's where we are gonna pick up, guys.
Okay. In all fairness, you said you had a stressful week. We all got some laughs. We're okay. We had to reset the energy.
I've made my note.
You're welcome.
I've made my note. I'm past it now. The pen is mightier than whatever theater of the mind
the
sword
pen is
you guys
mightier
can
than the
conjure.
dweeb.
I'll take the Prince Mightier for 300.
All right, so
Okay.
that's where we pick up. We are in the tree, and you have just stumbled upon this child.
So, oh hey, do we want to turn on our actual music?
Beep.
I would laugh. I would pop if it was for me.
If it was a beep, I would have said goodnight, everybody, and ended the fucking stream. That would have been it.
Catch it on video. Bailey just jumps across the table and kills me.
Like a Monopoly
Technical
board.
difficulty.
You'll flip the whole board.
Oh, okay. Ooh, we have fun here. We have fun.
But the fun is dysfunctional.
Yep. Okay. So we see this child in the tree.
He's in a tree?
He's
We're in
inside
the
the
tree.
You are inside the
yeah,
tree.
we are inside of the
You are
Elderwood
within
tree.
the Elderwood tree. And
It's a big ass tree.
He's on a branch.
In
No,
one,
he's
in
not
one
on
of
a
the,
branch. We're inside the trunk.
You're inside one of the chambers inside the Elderwood tree, which has opened because you touched it and it recognized your essence as probably being intertwined with Celestra.
So, trying to think.
Oh, that's the burning smell.
That's why there's a smoke detector, because I'm thinking. Okay, so I just kind of take a hesitant step forward towards the child, and I just kind of.
Sorry, I played the wrong one, guys.
Oh, okay.
My bad. You can go ahead and continue. It's fine.
But I kind of just stoop down to one knee, and I'm just. "Oh, hello there. Are you lost?
No.
Well, or who are you?
I have been many and will be many again.
Ooh.
Might I ask who you are? All of you. You don't seem the same as the one before.
You don't seem like a kid.
Oh, I very much am not.
Good to know.
What you do see, by the way, I don't know if I described it last time.
You did.
It is a small boy, possibly the age of 8 or 9. Ruffled, curly black hair, bright, like almost insane green eyes, but very, very vibrant. In an earthy toned tunic and pants, no shoes. And he's sitting upon one of the various roots that are intertwined through the walls in there with. And what the room, quote unquote, that you're in is you've just gone up the stairs that have formed from quite a few roots that have gone up into this small chamber that's within the tree. It's all vine-like roots. So imagine those, those trees like swamp trees that have all the huge roots that go out. It's kind of a lot like that on the inside, but everywhere. With pecks and stairway to heavens, little pieces of sunlight coming in and out, and it's very well lit. And then up at the very top, you can see quite a bit of the foliage that is the daytime sky.
My name is Renn. We might seem a little different because we are... Where to even start this story? So essentially, we're normal people that somehow became imbued with godly power, and I am the current avatar, I guess, for Celestra.
You're very quick to give up very precious information.
Well,
If I were you, I would be much more careful who you share that information with.
I'm Motag.
Pleasure.
Great with cats. Sorry, not a kid. Not a kid. Not a. I don't.
Looks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a duck.
that's not a duck, though.
Fount of
a child.
infinite wisdom.
And you say you all have godlike powers.
Yeah, apparently not.
The world is
godlike
in
brain.
fantastic
Not the
hands.
brains. Very. Meow.
Yeah.
So what is it you're doing here?
We're trying to find... I'm trying to find Celestra to get some answers and to figure out what... if it's even possible to change back, or what I'm to do now that I am this. And we were told by the elders at the court that Fairneth is where Celestra would be.
And so
And
naturally we came to here. Why did we come here? Why was this the spot that we... You're not gonna kill us, right?
I think the big question
Don't
is,
like-
what are you doing here, kid?
not a kid. We established that. Looks like a kid, not a kid.
Never said I wasn't.
Possibly a kid.
Very smart child.
I've been
brain.
here for better part of 2 days or so.
Explorer.
But why are you here?
I'm always here.
But you've been here for 2 days.
Yes, physically.
Ooh.
What's your name? I'm Vaughn. I should introduce. It would be rude not to.
Pleasure.
What's your name?
Some call me a child. Some
Yes.
call me the child.
Intimidating, like it.
Some call me the whispers on the wind. The faith in the flowers.
You know a lot of poets.
Some call me Celestra.
There we go.
Huh?
I'm gonna take a step to the side here.
Just gonna. You are not what I was expecting you to look like.
Yeah.
To be
But
frank,
Then again,
neither am I, but I've been in this form before and probably will again someday.
So you're Celestra.
Yes.
Okay.
Ta-da.
This makes sense given that we were told that they took on mortal form. But at the same time, slightly concerned given the fact that you went from goddess to this form, and I guess I'm babbling. I don't understand. I have a lot of questions and I don't even know where to begin.
Don't overcomplicate it.
In their defense, not the weirdest transformation that we've seen recently.
Do you have like touch hands and morph back to who you're supposed to be?
You say that in character.
I did.
Okay, perfect.
It doesn't quite work like that.
You have to do like a ritual.
No.
I think the more important question right now, because from the sounds of it, I'm willing to bet it's not going to be an easy transfer back.
No. Nothing is. Especially something of this caliber. What has happened to you?
We're stuck like
Hey,
this.
easy with the chewing, by the way.
Sorry, I'm a loud chewer.
Yeah, per chat. Don't lean into the microphone while you're nomming on fries.
Jesus. Yeah, I hate
I
ASMR
thought I was
too,
being
guys. I
quiet.
gotcha.
No, I asked how audio levels were, and D said audio levels are good. I can hear Mikey chewing, so they're top notch.
It leans further.
Hey, whatever works.
So I guess it's been a really weird couple of days. I've turned into an elk and a bear.
Oh,
Yes.
and a cougar.
No.
A crappy old crap.
If I may.
Please.
Even though I once was a god, or at least in godlike form, I don't have every answer you seek. But I can offer some insight on a couple of things. It seems that in what's happened, some of my essence or power, as you mortals would call it, has seeped at least into you. Possibly more, I'm unsure.
So,
I knew of you because I watched outside when you dispatched that red-cloaked one. I do not have any answers on her. As far as the animals, that comes with the territory. It will become easier to control.
Okay.
It takes time. Centuries upon centuries ago, I remember learning it myself.
Excuse me.
Another question I have is before we came and fought the red cloaked woman, I had made a new friend thanks to my powers, and I don't know if I can get them back. He was a little fae.
Oh, a familiar.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't
You can
know
get
him
him
that well.
They're never truly gone, just gone for a while. He will come back.
I'm assuming since we haven't taken a long rest, I can't try and... Oh. Actually, wait, I think... Oh, I have spell slots. I could try.
Up to you.
You know what? Just to try and put a little bit of extra oomph into it, I'm going to try and find familiar at 3rd level to see if I can get flicks back.
Okay.
There's not any type of role involved with Find Familiar, so DM's discretion, do you want me to roll to try and get him back?
I'll say, given the scenario you're in currently and your location, you have no issue.
Okay, so
I don't see how it could fail, is what I'm saying.
So basically, as I try to channel the power to summon flicks, and I can literally, I guess, given the fact that I'm standing in the tree, I can feel the energy coming up from the ground into me. It's almost like I can see it. And then, sure enough, there's that golden orb. And Flix just kind of floats around and it's like, ah. So yeah, about turning into a hawk there and chasing down that woman, didn't quite work out. It kind of hurt, but I'm okay.
Ah, interesting.
Interesting. And then you can't really see it, but you can kind of feel like the orb kind of turns. Oh, cripes, that's Celestra.
Flix, it's wonderful to see you again.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep this one in line. Doesn't really know her giant ass from her elbow, but she's trying.
She'll learn with your guidance.
Oh, I keep saying she. You're actually a dude in there, aren't you? It's confusing.
Yeah, about that. You know, you said you don't know much, but do you know why Renn looks like MILF Renn?
The only thing that I can think of is...
Please don't make that start trending.
The only thing that I can think is when my previous form left.
Mm.
Because that is what you've known. That's what you took.
Ah.
Oh.
Essentially, because you ogled her beauty when she was a goddess, you became a beauty yourself.
That's my theory.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Listen to that one. He's been around for a very long time. He's helped me on several occasions.
Okay.
He can be a little crass and crude, but he knows his stuff.
That's an understatement. Is it true you turned into a bear? Righteous.
Okay. So, I hate to be a downer.
Sorry, I'm looking at the chat and we got someone randomly just went beep.
Hell yeah.
Even the chat's against me now.
Thank you, Gail.
Oh, I love you, Gail, but stop it.
But I hate to be a downer, but what are the odds you know how to undo this? So that because I didn't always have wings, and what are the odds that you know how we can turn back?
I'll answer your question with a question of my own.
Great. Love that.
Why would you want to?
It's the full respect. Sir? Ma'am? Child?
Whatever works.
Celestra.
Okay, kid.
I've been many, I'll be many before. Or be many, you know what I mean. That was me, again, fucking up. I'm getting flashbacks to the Christmas episode now.
I don't know if you've ever had wing. They're not exactly easy to control. And I've had, like, killer back pain for, like, the past 2 days. Can't sleep. It's great.
Have you tried using them?
Yes. It didn't go great.
They're probably a little restless. From what I know. I don't know much. I am not one of the flying creatures.
I wasn't.
But from
until
what
a few
I
days
do
ago.
understand from many of the flying creatures that I do see, they get restless. Like your legs, but on your back.
Not the most comfortable feeling. All right.
To properly answer your question, I have a theory,
I'm listening.
but I don't know.
I'll take whatever you got.
I think to answer your question, or all of your questions, it would be prudent if you understood the history.
Probably.
And he gets up and he walks towards the center of you all, just in front of you, and then turns around to the roots, places his hand on the roots, and a big gust of wind fills the chamber that you're in. Leaves, pollen everywhere. The sun starts to get a little bit brighter.
Bless you.
Bless.
Thanks.
And then
Too far this time, Thrall.
I haven't gone far enough.
You mustn't let him continue. It isn't a matter of whether he shall continue or not. It is a matter of whether we can contain him and get him off of this plane permanently.
You are the ones that disagree. I have the most power among you. You will not succeed in stopping me.
On the contrary, I believe we will. Lads, I believe the time is now. Cal, this is your work. Seal him away. The portal is open.
Quick pause, Mr. Oh, I just have notes on my phone. Fuck you.
I do just have notes on my phone, and
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 that.
I have a button also.
and a button. Well done. Well, that was horrifying.
Holy community theater, Batman. That was awesome.
Cool. Great.
So he turns around, and during that audio that you guys heard, what you saw was those events take place. What you saw was them unfolding. During the initial conversation, it was the pantheon of gods, and Thrall included, in the very cathedral in Silaxis that you guys have been to. There seemed to be some kind of a disagreement, which provoked quite a bit of rage from the god of rage himself.
So he's the god of rage.
Yes, Thrall is the exiled god of rage. The explosions that you heard, one of which was Sadrakal, god of magic, pushing him out the large window that you, if you remember,
Was boarded up.
was boarded up and shattered. It then fast forwarded into more or less an all-out war between the few that were left and Thrall. And finished with Sadrakal opening a portal to some other dimension and seemingly sealing Thrall away in that dimension before it closed. And then you are now back to the current reality.
Interesting.
Leave it to gods to make a mess they want us to clean up for them. Alright.
Well, I mean,
To be fair, we thought we had the mess cleaned up. We thought we were protecting you all. I was unaware of any possible way that Thrall could escape those binds.
Well,
And
it's
I-
happened now. Well,
I haven't asked you to do a thing. I didn't even know that this was possible. Any of it.
well, I mean, where do we go from here? What do we got to do to right this wrong?
So I must be the first.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know of any others?
yeah, we were told by the... Why am I pulling it up on my phone when I also have my character sheet on my laptop? We were told that Koto is in Iliand. You were here in Farineth. Vario is in Gorakal. The Three-Faced God is in the Kaleidic Islands, and Sadrakal, right?
Mhm.
Sadrakal is apparently in Worm Gulch.
Worm Gulch.
Yeah, and we were supposed to find you.
That's odd.
How's that odd?
Well, the plan
I'm
was.
sorry, did the music have dice
Yeah,
rolling?
that's-
The fuck?
It's the music.
Still roll better than you.
The plan was when the elders shortly after Thrall's exit. This was some centuries ago, of course, so not the same elders that you're familiar with, but the teachings are passed down. What was proposed was if something like this were ever to happen as a failsafe, we would be dispersed to our, to put it plainly, theoretical home countries. Not necessarily where we're from, because, well, to be frank, we're not from here. But the areas that would best suit us, and where we found comfort. The outlier would be Drakal in Worm Gulch, as I was unaware that he found any fondness there. Everywhere else makes sense, but not that one. It has me a bit worried if that's where they have located him, or have found out how he was sent there.
Interesting.
Why talks about getting restless. Maybe I'm just a little restless here. Why should we even go find them? If you can't undo what's happened to our dear friend here, pun fully intended. Why should we even find? Why should we find them? What use will it do? What will they do for us? What can you do for us to help undo this? We didn't ask to be part of your big mess fixing. I didn't ask for this.
I understand.
Do you?
Truly, I do. Some of the others aren't quite as understanding, but I pride myself in doing my best, which is all we can ask of one another. To touch on what I started to say before we got into the history of why what happened possibly happened, I believe there is a way to, at a minimum, dispatch of Thrall. Because if he is not, I know that he will act on what his intentions were those many millennia ago.
Okay. So
And-
what do we do?
There are items in this world different than the rest, crafted and used by us.
Us meaning.
Us meaning us. Yes.
Great.
My theory is, if you all can find these items, or at least bring these items to Silaxis in the cathedral together, it may, at a minimum, partially restore us. Which, to be fair, probably will attract quite a bit of attention from Thrall.
Not
But
just.
isn't that where we want him to be?
Exactly. It is dangerous. I can recognize that. But in this form...
How many
Yeah.
items are there?
Shit, you asked me too quick. One moment.
Sorry, I keep thinking about the cathedral one.
No, you're fine.
And I'm getting antsy.
No, you're fine.
I want out of this tree.
I want out of this body. I want out of these wings. I want.
I want to go home to my wife and kids.
5. Sorry.
Do we know what these items are?
You will.
Oh,
We will, or are you going to tell us?
You will. You will know. You will know them when you see them.
are they in the same places that we'll find you guys?
Potentially. Probably, I would say.
I'm going on a scavenger hunt while they talk.
I don't.
Pretty funny, you got sent on a fetch quest for gods, and now you got fetch quests for god tools. Haha. And just like,
Put him away, or I'm gonna strangle him.
just swat. Not now.
I never said you would have to go out and find them. I also haven't mentioned that you possibly already have.
Oh?
Or at least one.
Is my staff one?
No,
Oh.
it is not.
Swear to God, if it's an axe.
Asshole.
Not you.
I know what it would take. For you to be awarded with this. What is that?
For some reason,
Oh,
it's saying it's
that-
recording again.
that thing.
We're still live, though.
Yep, we're good. Where was I? Oh. I know what it will take. And you see a bit of sadness hit the child's face. Almost like he's getting slightly emotional, but not choked up.
No.
You know, I never did think this day would come. I always had my doubts. And then he looks up. The sun rays start to get a bit brighter. Wind picks up a bit. Well, I do suppose now is as good a time as any.
Now's as good a time as any. What?
You will be strong.
Oh,
You
No.
will learn. I will always be with you as long as you look.
What's that mean?
And he's going to take his hand out and place it towards yours.
Okay.
This is fun. This is great.
And he will say,
It's like Predator.
farewell for now, Renn.
No. Hey.
And a gentle gust of wind comes,
No.
hits him, and he seems
No.
to disintegrate
Oh.
into flower petals.
I'm sorry. Did the mortal form of Celestra just fucking master Oogway me?
Oh, thanks for nothing. Flower bitch. Ugh. Okay. All right.
Well, they say the gods work in mysterious ways.
I gotta get out of here.
I agree. I don't
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna find anything else here. Is there any before we leave? Is there anything that we can notice that might assist us?
You can always make a perception check.
All right. I swear to God, I got a +7 in perception. This better work.
7, Jesus.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah, if only I didn't roll for shit.
You keep shit talking your dice, they're just gonna keep shit rolling.
I dropped it on the floor.
They don't even want to be on the
What?
table.
What the hell?
It's okay. Reroll it.
Bailey, we can find it. Hey.
19.
19.
Damn tree.
As you're walking around, when you turn from... So where Celestra was, all you see is the beam of light. Almost illuminating completely the spot where the child was.
Mm-hmm.
As you turn and you all start to kind of look around the room, you hear... Which makes you turn. And what you see now, in the place of where Celestra was, is a long staff, seemingly plucked from the very roots of the tree that you are standing in.
Wait,
So,
first
Illuminated
kid, now
only
stick.
by that single ray of sunshine.
So I'm going to walk towards the staff and just kind of look at mine that just sort of manifested itself when I ascended.
Mhm.
And basically reach out and do a swap.
What you will find is yours disintegrates,
Oh,
much in the way that Celestra did.
okay.
And as you pluck this one from the roots below you,
Mm-hmm.
this is what you receive.
Oh, what the hell?
I just have notes on my phone. I'm not believing shit you say ever again.
I want to make sure you know,
I knew that stuff
chat
was
is
fake the
applauding
entire
that
time.
you are taking DMing to a whole new level. If they go back and watch season 1 of Shadows of the Mind, I'm gonna look like a fucking dumbass.
We just have different styles, man.
Noob.
Lesser Staff of the Woodlands.
Yes, Lesser Staff of the Woodlands is what you get.
Okay.
Great.
Feel free to read it aloud so everybody understands what it
All
is. If you wish, you can paraphrase, of course.
There's a lot of words.
Just so everybody knows, but I know we've got a new player, and
So it's a quarter staff and it's a rare item. Requires attunement by a druid. That's where if it's a magical item, you have to have it on your person for so long to be able to use it properly.
Do a tune.
This staff can be wielded as a magic quarter staff that grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. While holding it, you have a +1 bonus to spell attack rolls. Essentially, it's meant to fix my dice rolls. The staff has charges equal to half the attuned user's druid level, minimum of 1, maximum of 10, used for the following properties. It regains all expended charges daily at dawn. I can use an action to expend 1 or more of the staff's charges to cast one of the following spells from it using my spell save DC. I have a charge of Animal Friendship, 5 charges of Awaken, 2 charges of Bark Skin, 2 charges of either locate animals or plants.
that's how many charges it costs, by the way.
Oh, it's how many charges, okay. I can use Speak with Animals, Speak with Plants, or Wall of Thorns. I have Tree Form. I can use an action to plant one end of the staff in fertile earth, speaking its command word to transform the staff into a healthy tree. The tree is 40 feet tall and has a 5-foot diameter trunk, and its branches at the top spread out in a 15-foot radius. The tree appears ordinary but radiates a faint aura of transmutation magic if targeted by Detect Magic. The tree passively grants the effects of the Pass Without Trace spell. The Pass Without Trace spell within a 30-foot radius to me and creatures of my choosing. Physical contact with the tree allows you to expend charges to cast spells from it like normal, or use it as a druidic focus for my own spells. While in contact with it, I may use an action to speak its command word, returning the staff to its normal form. Any creature in the tree falls when it reverts to a staff, and the Pass Without Trace effect immediately ends. If you expend the last charge while in tree form, the staff instantly returns to its normal form. Shit. Thank you for printing that out big enough I could read it.
It wasn't on purpose.
We're seeing Bailey locked in. Only notes on my phone. I mean, that's the only thing he had on his phone. LMAO.
Yeah, I said I only got notes on my phone.
By the way, thank you all for being here watching. We love
awesome.
seeing the chat. I love actually having a job to do while I'm doing this.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. All right.
So do I. I need a drink.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm blocking your path to the beer fridge, but we're about to go on break soon.
I can wait.
All right. So I now have a lesser staff of the woodlands.
I knew the first one was fake. Okay. Disintegrated.
Killed a kid, got a stick. Great.
I didn't kill him. He passed naturally.
It can turn into a tree. Did you not hear him say that? Big ass tree.
Look, I just want to go. I can't even say I want to go home. I don't have a home to go to. Let's just leave. Please.
I don't disagree. I think if we just go, then
You miss cereal, don't you?
Not
God, it was
necessarily.
Cereal.
Can I see the map?
Matt,
Can you?
I can't even see.
Could you
that.
please pass the map here so I can read it? Thank you.
I'm
I just-
starting to. Don't worry.
I can't be in here anymore. I need.
Such a beautiful tree, though. It is a nice tree.
What if? Okay, so what if?
Vaughn just turns and leaves.
Bye.
Just walks out. Can't do it anymore.
You were going to say something, Renn.
I was going to suggest we could go back to the chapel and see if we could find somewhere to rest for the day, if not on the boat with Cyril. But let's go catch up with Vaughn and see what we can, and we'll try to come up with a plan. We'll get you back in the barrel so you're not the wheelbarrow, so that you're not glowing once we step out of here.
Yeah, that's a whole other set of circumstances.
Is there, with my new quarterstaff, is there anything I can do to fix his glowing? I was gonna ask before Celestra pulled the whole yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it's the present. Oogway
So we
shit.
gotta like work this as a.
You can
sword?
do what the card says.
Shit.
Like I said, there's only two ways to get this curse lifted.
We have to kill.
Trust
somebody.
me, I've tried a lot of stuff over the years. This doesn't come off.
Where are you guys currently?
We're in the tree.
We're in the tree.
I am outside.
That's why I haven't left.
Yeah, we're trying
I'm
to-
impatient, but I can't leave because I'm gonna walk out and be
All right.
stunned.
I'm gonna piggy. I'll offer you for the piggyback ride again,
I got no other choice. I mean, I gotta take it.
just until we can get him back to the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Grow over.
Because we haven't taken a long rest unlike everybody else that leveled up, so I can't wild shape out of here.
Haven't stepped since a boat.
Vaughn's just walking.
Pick on flowers.
Anton just slays so hard he shines bright like a diamond.
Get out
I
of
mean,
there.
it's basically it. I'm a
So-
beacon.
So yeah, I'm assuming that what we're all doing is we're just beelining it out through the skull back towards
Save it.
the chapel.
I mean, yeah.
So have
we,
you, so
Safe in the tree. Unless the tree
is that
disintegrates.
what you're doing, or have you done that yet? I'm confused.
I'm,
Are you still inside the tree?
yeah, so
Okay.
far, yeah.
Yeah,
We're making our way
trying
to the
to
exit.
Yeah, we're trying to get out of here. Vaughn's already pieced out and started walking, so we're trying to get to where his feet are on the ground, so that we can actively exit.
Okay. As you exit,
Don't break an ankle.
all four of you come outside of the base of the tree, the most lowest point to the ground where you had entered. Walk through. and you feel the sun get just a bit brighter and the wind pick up a little bit.
Somebody said they followed on TikTok. I was confirming.
You make a nature check for me.
I make a nature check.
You
Ooh,
make a
okay.
nature check.
Neat.
He's one with the trees.
He's the Lorax.
For some reason, he speaks Vietnamese.
New language only.
Ooh. Ooh. I rolled a 17 with a +6, so that's what, 23?
Okay. Okay.
Thank you, ambient music, for rolling with me.
Name that comes out of nowhere.
You get the sense.
That was my tongue. You're welcome. You look right at it. I was like, no.
I hate both of you. So
I didn't do anything.
you will never get another cool session out of me ever again.
Aww.
Why'd you fuck it up?
That's it. We're switching to Pathfinder.
I'm out.
You get the sense that you may not quite
Hell yeah,
be done
brother.
here.
Ow.
I heard that pop. What the hell was that?
I had a piece of ice that got stuck in my
Oh.
tooth. And it hurt.
You get the sense that you may not quite be done here, and as you feel the sun get a bit brighter and you try to leave, you feel like there's just something that you're forgetting to do. And with a 23, you can feel the staff that you've received start to slightly buzz in your hands. Not like a vibration, but more of a heat, kind of.
Usually you gotta pay extra for that.
Hate all of you.
Listen.
I love you, girls.
I said not like a vibration,
Hey,
but much like the heat you feel in your amulet.
Yeah, most of them vibrate. Some.
that
Anyway.
staff in your hand's getting kind of warm there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know?
I can
We
feel
can
it.
feel it.
Thank you for
How do you
confirming what
not?
I thought.
Is this tree the staff? I'm holding the staff.
Well, the staff came from the tree.
Ooh. Hey.
Okay, so what's the command word? Do I need to come up with a command word?
Laviante.
Heliante. Heliberry.
You notice with that 23 that as you turn, it gets a little more intense. As you turn towards the tree, it gets a bit more intense.
Did we miss on the person that went in there? We didn't see. Or the hooded woman.
No, the hooded woman vanished.
I mean, she's still got to be in there.
Look, chat, leave me and my warm vibrating staff alone.
I'm just saying, like, is the red hooded woman still in there? We flushed her out like a mouse.
You can make a perception check.
I got.
I'm far enough away. I don't know what any of this. I'm just.
So if it's half of my level, I'm a level 5. Does that mean I have 2? Or is it rounded up?
It would be. I believe it's 2. Usually, yeah. Most
think it's half rounded
most
down.
DNC stuff, it's meets it, beats it, and it rounds down. So it would be 2.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I got a 15.
Yeah,
Okay. You do a quick look around and peer back into the entrance of the tree that you just came from. You don't see any sign other than now what is a puddle where you remembered her being at when you defeated her. But other than that, nothing.
Okay.
So,
I'm kind of done because he can't be up on his shoulders. Too much.
so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to turn towards Chat's full of fucking degenerates tonight. Turn towards the tree, like I want to talk. And I'm going to kind of place the staff on the root. And I'm going to use the...
Before you get there,
Oh, okay.
as you touch that staff to the root, your glowing green eyes become very bright,
Oh,
Oh Lord.
and you get a vision in your head. Don't
Oh.
worry, I only prepared one audio cue because that's all the time I had.
Yay.
The vision you get in your head. And to preface, above the table, tried to do my research on this one, could not find the episode that you did it in. But to key you into it, what you see is a vision of that character,
Zerder.
Zerder.
Continuity. The Elderwood tree.
You see
Name drop.
a vision of the very room, it seems, that he was in, where it had the glass ceiling and you could see all of the galaxy and stars and the multiple different, it seems almost timelines, realities, you're unsure, happening at once.
Oh yeah, the session that made me cry.
And him focusing in particular at the one you're on. You can swear he's looking right at you. And then it fades and you're back.
Jesus Christ, main character syndrome much?
And then
You're getting edged, bro.
and then the Elderwood tree, the roots begin to close again. And it becomes a solid form of roots once again.
Okay. So essentially, from what I'm gathering, is that this Elderwood tree, it's like a node that connects to the Grand Nexus.
What you're gathering is this is the Elderwood tree.
Oh! Oh!
Yeah.
This tree is roughly 200 to 300 feet wide.
And I just caught one of the echoes of
infinitely
Elderwood.
tall. You caught an echo.
Name drop.
Name drop, roll credits. Huh. I don't...
And at the same time, before you continue,
Mm-hmm.
make a...
Sure my... Oh wait, that's right. Devlin's already rolled a dice too. Like, I'm sure my compatriots would like to roll dice tonight.
Both of you and you, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, son of a bitch.
$11.
Oh. Okay, I got a +2 to saving throws. 17.
Okay.
The cheese dice.
You're welcome.
Cheese.
While you were kind of seeing that vision, you weren't really... You were here physically, but your mind was not here.
Okay.
So you kind of stumbled for a bit and got a bit off balance, and when you came back, you stumbled back a bit because we didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
And upon doing that, because you're off balance and depending on her balance, you fall on the ground.
Great. Now
Oof.
I'm bright. Great.
The three of you notice that he is not glowing.
We're in the tree.
You're not glowing.
You also will notice that you all feel as rejuvenated as you can be.
We just got a long rest from the land, didn't
You
we?
did get a long rest from being inside of the Elderwood tree, which resets all effects, curses, anything
I
of
have
that
no idea. I
nature.
haven't changed all that, but
Thanks.
So you
I'm
just,
with it with long haul.
you just hit the
Okay.
campfire there, and you hit long rest, and then you want to take a long rest. It resets all your
That's the
stuff.
root of it all, folks.
Woohoo!
Fun.
You're so punny tonight. Oh wow.
I
He's
think-
pun with our
Wow.
shit.
Yeah. I think the
That's my elbow, I swear.
I think the tree just. I think you no longer have your curse on you.
I don't know. I've never experienced this before where I've been on this land and not shined like a star.
Maybe the tree's thanking you for not throwing an axe at it.
We'll see. We'll see if it just doesn't pop up randomly again.
The death glitter.
Again, I don't know. Never had this happen. I'm not mad.
It's
walked around with it since I was a kid. Nothing's ever healed it.
although I had a vision, but I also know that Vaughn is getting frustrated. Let's get back to the chapel or find somewhere to rest before figuring out where to go next.
I mean, let's go back to wherever.
We can just head back to the boat.
For the boat.
Let's take a vote. Who wants to go to the chapel?
I feel like
I feel like we didn't stay in the chapel long enough and look around. I think they're.
I'm not.
You're
here
talking
for
the chapel where you found the body?
Oh,
Yeah.
you've
Okay.
bolted.
that. I just
I don't think.
started walking and just stormed.
I haven't been able to walk around my hometown in forever, so
Let's go to the chapel.
Well, I'd like to figure out where Vaughn just boot scooted off to.
Well, you can go do that, and me and Anton can
Okay.
search the chapel.
So yeah, I'm gonna go try to find Vaughn.
Okay. And you two are going to search the chapel?
Yes.
Okay. Vaughn, what direction did you go to? What are you heading towards?
Honestly just walking. Just needed to get out of the tree, away from them, and not really aiming for anything in particular. Kind of going back in the direction that we came, but not with any kind of intent, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Excellent.
So just kind of like angry walking, like mumbling to myself, talking to myself, just pissed. 'Cause I just want this to be fixed. This is why I don't mess with gods. This is why I don't do this. Never goes right. Okay. I don't even know where to go. I don't even know. And I'm just still just angry walking.
I am going, like, if I'm kind of following behind,
Mhm.
as soon as I get in, like, eye shot, I would like to use Misty Step at second level to try and catch up.
Okay.
I don't think that requires, that doesn't require a roll or anything. So basically just catch up. And
How close do you get?
Misty Step allows me to move, let's see, it's like an instantaneous teleportation of up to 30 feet.
Okay. So do you like teleport right behind me?
Yeah, like I'm not like right beside you, but I'm just I'm trying to catch up, but at the same time not like, because my
Okay.
last experience with Misty Step, I ended up ass over tea kettle. So
you're
I
good.
kind of used it as a way to kind of, like, as I come out of it, I can hit the ground running, and I'm just like catching up. Like Vaughn, what's wrong? What is going?
What's wrong? And I stop and I turn. What's wrong is a fantastic question, but you know what a better one is? What's going right? Because I don't know. I don't know that anything is going right. I shouldn't have even gone to the cathedral that day. I shouldn't have been there. I'm sick of this. This fucking amulet won't come off, and it keeps just. Ugh. I hate it.
What?
I hate this.
Describe the feeling of the amulet to me.
Because that's important in this
It
exact
might be.
moment.
It might be. Just trust me.
It-
I have a thought.
It's never done this before, really, but it gets really. It sounds so weird.
Like it's a warm buzzing.
Yeah, kinda.
Do you want to know what my staff did as soon as I picked it up?
Not particularly. But I think you're gonna tell me anyway.
It was like a sensation of not a vibration, but just a buzzing heat in my hands.
Great.
And if you remember what Celestra said before they vanished, they thought we had probably already found one of the items we needed.
Yeah. Great.
And I know you have, from what you've told me, you have great distrust of deities.
That's an understatement, but yeah. I didn't ask for any of this.
Hun, none of us asked for any of this. No.
Don't hun me. Okay, kid? I've been around longer than you.
Okay.
I've seen this world. I've seen the shit that happens that gods don't give a damn about. Okay? I don't want any part in this. I don't want to be here. I don't want this. I don't want this. And he tries to rip the amulet off. But it just won't come off. I've had this thing for so long. And now it starts acting up.
Probably because now it has a purpose to it. But honestly, to get to your point of not asking for any of this, you got wings. I am a 7.5 foot tall woman with antlers. I didn't wake up and get on the cart that took me in, that brought me into the city, thinking this was going to happen. But it's happening. Not a whole lot I can do to unring the bell at this point.
Yeah, you're right. You have it worse.
No,
Sorry.
I'm not saying I have it worse.
I just don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I have always known what I'm supposed to do. And that's gone. Okay? My home, the place that I built to be a safe haven and protect people is gone. And we're just expected to go on this big, wonderful journey to the ends of the world and fix someone else's problem. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I...
But what if it is, though? Because you built a place when I was in there. You built a place where people could be happy. You built a place where people were safe. Right?
What's your point?
Buildings burn. People move. Journeys happen. Doesn't mean that that dream or that goal or that place is really dead. You're not dead. You could always build another building. But what you provide to people, the security, hell, you gave me somewhere when I had nothing, and I got to take a quick shower in a, bath in a tub of water, but somewhere I felt welcomed. That doesn't disappear just because a building got burnt down.
Guess.
And, with the amulet acting the way it is now, given the circumstances, sounds to me like it's been, in my completely uneducated opinion, that it's just been with you waiting for its time to be useful. And unfortunately, we got thrust into this with no instruction manual to know how to make it useful. So it's just annoying the hell out of you until we can figure out how to use it.
Just tired of only being useful.
I don't really know what to say to help that, because I don't know how that feels. But I will say one thing that was extremely beneficial and gave a feeling of safety was that when you were one of the first people that showed up on that harpoon when I was face to face with an angry mob, I at least felt better knowing I had you as backup. For whatever that's worth.
It's worth more than you think.
So
I just
I think in the grand scheme of all of this, we unfortunately were given roles that we have no idea how to fulfill them. But then again, that's nothing new for me really, because I haven't really had a role for very long. I've ended up tossed on my ass places, having to hitchhike rides across realms that I had no idea where I was. So I know that our experiences are different, but having some sense of purpose is actually kind of new for me. Not to minimize anything you're feeling.
You'll get used to it. That purpose thing. Where are the others?
I think they were heading back to do one last sweep of the chapel, and then we were going to all meet back up at the boat with Cyril.
How... Is Anton still shiny?
No, for some reason,
Okay.
and this is going to be strange, I was going to tell everyone at the boat, when my staff got, my quarterstaff,
Yeah.
when it was doing its thing, I had a vision of the Elderwood tree, but it looked like it was in the stars. And I saw what looked like a mix between a man and a dragon that was like looking at us on a timeline. It looked like it was a stream of light and I could see us. And then as soon as I did that, we all, I don't know if you felt it when you walked away, it was like the sun rejuvenated us, and then Anton fell and he didn't start glowing. So I think the tree is some important deity thing that refreshed us all.
So he is real.
He? Who? What?
I don't know, but it's complicated. Ever since I got this thing when I was a kid, I've had these dreams, and it sounds a lot like what you've talked about.
Huh.
But they were never very detailed. It was all very blurry. I don't know. We gotta find them, because we have to
Who
make
knows
sure
what's
that
gonna
they're
happen.
safe.
But I don't want to be like most people that suddenly try to say think positively, because I know that that's not what you need to hear.
Yeah.
But we're gonna figure this out one way or another. I at least have that hope.
You kill one kid and get one stick, and suddenly you're a genius.
No, I'm still pretty stupid. The golden orb likes to remind me of that constantly. But
Von genuinely laughs for the first time in a bit. Let's go find those two.
okay.
Who knows what they've gotten into.
Okay. You head off towards the chapel where you two are waiting. And I think that we will see what you two get up to in your chapel search after the break. So we'll
Sounds good to
pick
me.
up there in about 15-20 minutes.
Yep.
Grab some snacks, grab some drinks, go pee, go poop.
Check
whatever
the
you
batteries
do.
in your smoke detectors.
Check the batteries in your smoke detectors. I would say take them out, but don't do that. You need them. They are annoying, but keep them in there. So we'll see you guys here in a few minutes.
I hope
We're back.
Yeah.
We are back. Where we left off was quite the conversation between you two.
Yep.
And where we're going next is the chapel.
Yeah, we're gonna see what they got into.
So, Motag, Anton, what are you up to?
Going back to the chapel. I mean, everything kind of popped off from there. We kind of ran out of there in a hurry. We need to kind of maybe look around a little bit further and see what's going on. See if we can find anything of significance and why the red-headed woman was there to begin with.
Okay.
I mean, there's a reason why that's where the red-headed woman started there, and so we got to find something there. in the
Okay.
chapel.
At least something.
And yeah, again, I say we just go back and see what's going on. I mean, I'm sure, hopefully, we've been gone a while, so
I roll something.
the town might be alerted to what's going on. We gotta be cautious.
Very cautious.
So, just walking back to the chapel and trying to figure out. Go up to the. What do we see?
Okay. Both of you make a perception check.
Oh, well. Let's see. Which one is that?
That is a
That's a
15.
20.
Yeah, you roll a d20. Then, or actually, instead of doing that, hang on. Hit the X next to that. No, the X. There you go.
I am.
Yep. So up here, or actually, scroll down. This one.
Roll a d20 and add your perception modifier.
Just tap perception, or the number next to it.
Or just find your perception
There you
modifier
go.
and roll a physical d20.
19.
19. Okay. As you're starting to approach the chapel, you do see the chapel. Excuse me, with the back door open as you left it. Doesn't really appear that anybody has been there since you've been gone. It's been roughly about an hour or so since you've been here last. Don't see anybody around it. You're coming on to the back side of it. So it's kind of difficult to see through a bit of the brush, and you can't see the front of the building. But from what you can see, seems to be untouched from when you were here last.
Okay. Kind of slowly peek around the corner of the door frame and see what is inside.
Okay. The door that was open was the back room where the body was of the one elder that was there, which you do still see there in the same state that he was. Peering into that room, you see the same tome scrolls and storage boxes and the table in the center of the room that you did before. And generally, from a quick glance, that's about all you can gather.
So in the chapel, is it just one solid room?
So imagine it's a small chapel, like an old like Southern Baptist chapel.
Yeah.
That's got, the pews and on both sides, and then the altar in the front with the stained glass window, and then there's a small back room just to the left-hand corner of it. That is where you guys currently are. There is another room to the right-hand side that you would have seen the first time on going in. You just didn't go through that room.
Okay. So there's on the right hand side, and the back door is off to the left over here.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Then the body's there, altars here, pews.
Yep, you got it.
And then the opening of the door there.
That's correct. Yep.
So we haven't been to this other door, and we already looked through all the boxes here. If I remember correctly.
Yes,
I
if I
searched
remember
the
correctly,
body.
you searched. Well, yeah, you searched the body.
I rolled like crap, so I didn't.
But we
really-
looked around. I know we looked around too to see if there was anything.
Yeah.
I think you looked in the main room. I don't know if you looked in that particular room. I know that you searched the body and then caught a glimpse of the red cloaked woman.
Okay.
And left in a decent hurry.
Well, I'll go over here to the right and check this room,
Okay.
and you can
Search
check
the boxes.
this. Search the boxes. Sound good?
Okay.
So I'll saunter over to the other room.
Okay.
And there's a door, I assume.
Mhm.
I'm courteous just to knock in case someone else was in there hiding.
Okay. You hear nothing on the other
On
side.
the other side, okay. Slowly open the door.
Okay. The door is locked.
The door is locked.
I have a lockpick kit.
You do have a lockpick kit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bring your lockpick kit over here.
Okay. And I go over and I use my lockpick. Do I have to?
It'll be a skill check, I think.
Yeah,
think it
it'll
is
be
a
a
skill.
so if you find the lockpick, or I can pull it up too.
Be in your inventory.
So I was trying to find, but inventory.
Be
Oh, I never added it.
is it under thieves tools?
It would be.
Yep. Pick lock. DC 15.
I'm trying
So
to find it on
then-
my end as well.
You should have proficiency with that too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll add your proficiency bonus. Now you only click apply when you're removing the thieves tools.
Okay.
So you have it equipped. It's just going to be picking the locks at DC 15. And then depends on what type of ability roll.
So what do I use?
That's the DM's call.
I'm trying to find it here. It's just stupid.
Oh. Get out of there.
D&D Beyond is not being kind to us right now, viewers, so just bear with me.
Getting pretty heated over picking a lock, yeah. There must be something really, really good behind that door.
What is it you're trying to look up,
Oh.
Bailey?
I'm trying to find the description of the fucking lockpick, and I just can't. It won't.
I have mine pulled up. Let's see.
Okay.
So I found it. It
I
was
don't
in
know
my
what's
thieves
going on
tool.
with the website right now.
Yeah. Because it'd just be under thieves
This
tools.
is why I need a physical book.
I think I took mine home.
I can't read well. How? He can read very well. He
Alright.
can write really well too.
I got you, Bailey. I'm pulling it up now.
Okay.
So it says this set of tools includes a small file, a set of lockpicks, a small mirror mounted on a metal handle. It's just thieves' tools. Proficiency with these tools lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to disarm traps or open
Okay.
locks.
That's what I thought it was.
So basically, your proficiency bonus would be let me get to this main screen. Proficiencies in training. So you'll get a +3 to, I believe it should be a sleight of hand, shouldn't it?
Yes.
So if you go under your skills,
Or performance.
for picking a lock, you tap your sleight of hand, which you already have a +4, so you'd add +7 to that. So if you roll that, and then whatever it gets, it's a +3 to it as well.
18.
No,
20.
you actually have a 25.
25. Okay. With ease, you are able to unlock this door. And it
Very
swings open.
efficient.
You can look at the door and it just
Yeah, just
unlocks.
say, hey man, you don't have to do all that.
With a 25, that is with ease.
Please don't touch my lock hole.
Is the room dark? Can we see in there?
There is a small window. It's set up very similarly to the other room. There's just no door leading to the outside in this
Small
particular.
window. Just enough light to get in.
Yeah.
Unless is it dark now or is it still light outside?
It's light outside. It's about, like I said, it's just roughly over an hour or so from when you left before. So it's still about midday, kind of transitioning into the evening.
Okay. What do we see in the room?
This room is where all of the books, tomes, and scrolls are located.
Let's start searching for something. We don't know what we're really looking for, but did anything stand out in the room as far as like a specific book or is that something missing? on the shelves or anything?
Okay, so what are you specifically looking for first? You listed a few things.
Let's just. I mean, when you go into a room, and it's it's locked.
Mm.
You're gonna see if something's been, if it's old and dusty, and if you see there's an actual book that's been pulled out recently.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then make a perception check.
I'm still searching boxes. I just opened the door for you.
Okay, appreciate it.
You're welcome. Because last time I found Tome and Scrolls,
An 11.
I couldn't read nothing.
11. Looking through, you don't see anything that seems particularly more disturbed than anything else. There are quite a few items on the shelves that have quite a bit of dust on them, and there are several that have a lot less that seem to be used a lot more regularly and recently. You don't see anything that is out on the table in the middle currently at the moment. Excuse me. Everything seems to be put away pretty neatly on the shelves.
Are there words on these books? Are they labeled? Anything that would give me insight into what we're kind of going through right now? That's what I mean by standard. Is there anything like I'm looking through books?
Yeah,
Anything
I
that kind
mean-
of catch my eye?
What catches your eye mostly are the ones that are more regularly used.
Okay.
And you start pulling them out one by one, and they seem to be just different accounts from different places in the world of the history of the gods and their history. Some specific to certain gods, some specific to not. This particular church seems to, or this particular room in this church, most of what's in here seems to be mostly to do with Celestra, but it does touch on the others as well.
Okay.
And it's mostly, from what you can gather on the ones that you can make out, at least just from the titles without opening them, is that it's mostly to do with history of this particular god.
Okay. I'll gather them up since I know we just talked to Celestra, and maybe would give Renn some more insight into
What
what they're going through,
Okay.
or help them in proficiency of that. So
Mhm.
I'll gather those up and take them with me, as they don't have really much to do with me. So
So did I find anything other than robes?
You're still in the first room with the body.
I'm still with the boxes.
You make a perception check for me as well,
Say, because I
since
found
you're in a separate room.
there's a lot of robes, man. 11.
And remind me again, you're searching the contents of the room or the body again?
The boxes
Okay.
of the room.
In the boxes, you find mostly just a lot of stationary equipment, which would be like, quills, ink, parchment, stuff of that nature. A few skinny wax candles that seem to be used for sealing envelopes, and a few stamps that have the crest of Celestra on there. The same, it's very similar to what you saw in the stained glass window in Silaxis of Celestra. Most have the tree on there. Other than that, there's a few more scrolls and kind of ledgers in there of, inventory coming in, inventory coming out. It's nothing crazy because it is a church after all. You do notice on a few of the books scorch marks from possibly what happened to this gentleman that's on the floor.
Hmm.
And the book that is directly behind him, you see the glint of a handprint shape, sort of, but you're kind of unaware of what it could be from.
Okay. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna take him over to you. What do you think about this?
So the book has been scorched too.
Yes.
Yes.
So I assume that we can't really read what's on the outside of the book.
I would say if you're attempting to, make a history check.
No, it's a 1.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
It's not a nat 1.
That makes a lot
Oh.
of sense.
It's not a nat 1. I mean,
But
I
it
might
adds
as
up
well
to
do
with
it.
one.
the modifier.
2 minus 1 is 1.
Yeah,
I had a 15.
A 15. Okay.
I had 3,
Um,
but it was -2, so it's 1.
You can make out the letters.
Write this down.
I'm
Oning.
Owning.
The rest of the letters that come before that are obscured by the charred aspects.
So when I open the book, first page, what do I see?
What languages do you speak?
Let's see. What language is it in?
So I'm looking
I
at
mean, I
mine.
can tell you. I mean, I speak a different
Oh
language.
no.
I mean, if you don't know what language you're looking at, you may not know what language it
Right,
is.
right.
Sorry, I happened to look at chat and we got Albert Eggsker jumps in and he says, suddenly mimics.
That'll
I
teach
think
them to look
mimics are
goodbye.
just wildly overused. They're fun when they're in the right spot, but everywhere can't have a mimic.
You know what that sounds like? Mimic talk.
That sounds like mimic talk.
I am mimic.
I can speak Elvish, Goblin, Orc, and Thieves' Cant.
Elvish, Goblin, Orc, and Thieves' Camp. Okay.
And Common, of course.
I wonder what happens if a mimic tries to mimic a mimic.
They become a mimic.
That's actually there's a video I saw on that. It's actually really funny.
Oh.
They're the mimic became the mimic that was a mimic before.
Let's see what it's under here.
The mimic becomes
It
the other
should
mimic.
be under
They morph. Metamorphosis.
oh shit. Mikey, where'd you find yours? What category? It's been a minute since I've been a player
Proficiency
character.
and training.
Yeah, proficiencies and trainings.
I have a list.
Proficiency.
I figured that out.
It's after features and traits.
No, you're just not good at phonics.
Yeah,
You've not
that's
been good since
background.
you were in school.
I went to cornfield.
Personality trait,
I can speak Cornanese.
Corn and
There.
knees.
background, nothing.
Should be in languages.
Characteristics, notes.
Proficiencies and
Allies.
training.
Languages. So we're on the
All
same.
languages: Common, Gnomish, and Goblin.
Goblin what?
Um,
Oh goodness.
There are
You-
different dialects.
you speaking Elvish can make out some of it. And it seems to be referencing a specific historical event.
Hmm.
But there are runic aspects to it
Like blending
that
with it.
are certain sections of it do not seem to be in Elvish. And it seems to be, from flipping through the pages, the only other language that you can make out on there. I say runic because runic is pretty easy to recognize, but not everybody would know how to translate.
Mhm.
From what you can gather, this is in reference to the vision that you all were shown within the Elderwood tree,
Okay.
to that event.
So it's almost like we're living in a prophecy here.
So we need to find somebody. We need to find cobbler or something. Good
Translate the rest.
translate, yeah. Bookmaker or something to translate this.
Or a translator.
Yeah, or someone who speaks the language that way. The options, best option is to find somebody who, like a bookmaker or somebody that's gonna be able to know what they're printing or know what they're writing down. What is there? Well, I should know. There's probably one in town.
That's
Well, when
this
you were
is your
last
place.
there.
When I was last there, yeah. So
Yeah, which was how many years ago?
20-some years ago.
Things do change in 20
Of
years.
course. So got these books. I put them because we're still searching. We'll put them up on the altar. Is there anything on the altar? Anything like what was the cleric for preparing for the day? Anything that would kind of
I do think that we do kind of need to hurry because we kind of have a dead body here with
Yeah,
the door.
it doesn't seem so.
Okay.
It seems he was just minding his own. And that's really about it.
okay.
I don't want to get caught with a dead body.
No, that's fine. I mean, yeah, but it's like I
In
said,
a temple.
you always want when you're in a building or a room, you always want to make sure you're thorough.
And does
Because you might miss something important, like we ran out there quick, and so I was like, we need to go back there and look at that. So, all right, let's make haste out of there and get back to the boat.
Sounds good. My spidey senses are tingling.
Out the way we came.
The back door.
Back door, not the front door.
Okay.
Then we head to the boat.
Okay.
I'm on a boat.
Where are you two at?
Well, we were coming
we were
on the back of the chapel thing.
Yeah, so I guess we run into them and just follow them to the boat. Basically, I'd assume it's like one of those things like, what'd you guys find? Oh, we'll tell you on the boat. Okay, cool.
No, I'm gonna hand these books
Oh.
off to you.
Okay,
These are
or
for you.
I guess
Sum it up.
I guess I'm just okay. Well, but my bad. I'm sorry. I'm trying to move us along. But
Found some books on Celestia. Here,
Celestia,
whatever her name is.
Celestra.
Celestra,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, I'm pretty sure we're not.
Just like cereal.
I'm not the spawn of a unicorn.
Whatever works. The name. Here's the name.
His name's
Here's the book. Take the book.
Okay.
Let's
Oh
get you the
shit,
boat.
you aren't glowing anymore.
Yeah, it's
Nope.
kind of cool.
That's
But I'm still not comfortable.
Let's kill this.
Still not comfortable.
Actually, do I notice even though they've snuck out, is it still seem like was that poor person that's in the chapel the only person that was running it? It looks like.
From what you were able to see, that was the only person you saw in the chapel.
Well, we need to get out here before they find out that there's a dead body here and we're the ones standing around it.
Shorty makes a point.
Thank you.
Yeah, it would be rather incriminating, especially now that we have documents that were in there.
Now we have them in our possession with a dead body.
And I don't think that having the staff from Celestra is just going to be all is forgiven. I do still feel like at some point we need to inform someone or do something, but
The greater good.
Sounds like a fantastic thing for you to do. We should go.
Because we look like monsters to these people.
Well, you just
Remember
look
what
like
happened to last island?
you just look like a guy in a mask.
I know. Because I'm cool. And short.
in short,
But yes, make haste.
if you all head to the boat real quick, I will be behind shortly. And
What are you doing?
Doesn't sound like a good idea to leave one person alone.
I'm
I
In
think
a
she
place
can.
that we're not from.
I don't feel right just leaving them laying in the floor in there, so I'm going to bring them out here and give them a I'm assuming because it's a chapel, there's probably like a small graveyard behind it. I'm going to give them a proper burial out here through nature. I believe that's what Celestra would want me to do with one of her caretakers.
We'll hang around
Fair enough.
just in case trouble arises. While I'm not comfortable, I don't want to leave my team.
Yeah. So
He called us a
Wow.
team.
Mr. Hey, everybody. We're team now.
Oh,
He's regretting this. I can see it in his eyes.
No, that's my character flaw is I'm still loyal.
You have a shovel?
I want to get stuff to.
I have nature powers.
Okay.
I could probably will the earth to open up and
The
swallow this
branches are
body.
just gonna take it down.
So I'm gonna go into the chapel and just kind of
its place.
poke around, and I think Flix has still been summoned. I haven't sent him away. Was this person the only person in here that did anything? Well, Celestra didn't have many caretakers, so yeah, I believe this might be the only one. Right. So I'm going to pick up the body and carry it outside. And I don't know, like, my Druidcraft lets things blossom. I don't really have any earth manipulating spells. And I don't have enough charges on my staff to use anything like speak with plants. If I look around the graveyard towards the outside, do I at least see a shovel?
Yeah, you would.
Okay. Then, given I have no magical way to do it, I'm going to pick up that shovel.
Okay.
And it's going to be a very shallow grave, given the time is of the essence. But essentially, give this caretaker of the chapel a proper burial out behind.
Okay. You start to dig the shallow hole that you can, which ends up only being about a foot or two. And then you drag the body over into the small channel that you've made, which seems to be just a bit too short and not quite right, but it's enough. And as you place him there, several flowers begin to grow around the earth that you've dug up and around the body that's in there.
And then with that being taken care of and having a moment, I'm then going to going to try to find like a loose piece of parchment to basically kind of write out like what has happened. Like in vague terms, not to cause panic, but just kind of like, because there's no way to just kind of like be a town crier and just be like, someone in here has died, it's an open cathedral. But basically just explaining like the caretaker has passed. And then instead of I'm going to instinctively go to like sign it as Renn, but then I'm going to stop. And I'm contemplating whether or not to sign it as Celestra or not. Like trying to figure out what the proper thing to do would be. And I'm going to basically decide that the best that I can do is rather than putting a name to it, I'm just going to use like a seal for Celestra.
Okay.
And then basically pin it to the front door of the chapel.
Okay.
And now that that's taken care of, let's go to the boat and we'll deal with Cyril and...
Oh, fun times.
Yep. Thank you for indulging me in that. I wouldn't feel right if we just left him there.
Fair enough. You should get going.
Yeah. And we head to the boat.
Okay. Boat isn't too far from where you guys are. You kind of just stepped a little bit through town, so you can see where the boat is at. Still at anchor, in the same port that Cyril had left it. Upon coming up on the boat, entering it, Cyril does not seem to be there.
He's probably still running errands and getting supplies. Trying to think of who he knows in town. Could be anybody.
So my question is then, while we're waiting for Cyril, should we try to figure out what our next destination will end up being?
I guess we should.
I mean, it's better to have a plan than to not.
My vote is the Warm Gulch. And I say that because They told us
That it was odd.
that it was odd.
Fair.
Well, the other thing too is if we're going to Worm Gulch,
Mm-hmm.
if we go by way of Gorokal, we might be able to find Vario along the way as well.
Treat it as you will as a big circle.
I'm down for 2 gods with 1 stone. Don't know that we really have a choice, but
Yeah, because Worm Gulch is up within. I know the Kaleidic Islands are near as well, but those are all options.
Well, this is where we're at now.
Mm-hmm.
Just take the boat across and or around. I'm sorry, and then I mean it's fine. We go here and then go to Warm Gulch, but I'm fine with it.
So it sounds like we have a plan. We head towards Gorokal, find Vario along the way to Worm Gulch, and figure out what's going on with I've already forgotten his name already.
Who?
The magic man.
Oh, the god
That's
of
yours?
magic.
Yeah,
Cedar Call.
Sadrakal. How the hell do you spell that so I can actually fix my notes?
is that?
CEST.
none of ours.
Oh, you just have to kidnap him and take him?
CEST.
What is
Apostrophe. Capital DRAKKAL.
DRA.
KKAL.
Okay. Because he was literally in my notes as magic man.
He's a man.
Yeah, pretty much. It translates.
I'm the magic man.
And I guess what I can do on my notes too is now that we've been in Baroneth under Celestial,
Now you
we're
see me?
going to put found.
Now you don't.
Okay.
I'm having rabbits come out
Well,
on track.
so you said it's roughly like just past midday.
Like Honcho.
Yeah, I'd say by this point, with all the walking you guys have done, it's probably starting to go towards evening. I'd say about in our time, our human time, around like 4 o'clock, 4:30 or so.
3 o'clock, just below your lunchtime.
You can tell
Well-
you're starting to get towards the evening, but you're not quite at evening yet.
Yeah. Well, if I know Cyril, he probably won't be back until almost dark. And if you agree, I think rather than consume provisions that we have on the boat that are more limited, and I say very kind of like gently, we could try and go to the tavern that we passed up the way and get some food or send some, just so that we're not eating into the supplies, the few supplies we have.
I mean, that sounds fair, but you also have to remember that we are a few of us are much larger than we used to be.
True enough. This is a merchant town. They may be fine with it. My point being, we have barely slept and we have barely eaten in the past 2 days. And we will be of no use to anybody starving and sleepless.
I agree. Yeah, that sounds solid to me.
I could go for a drink.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
And I mean that with all due respect.
Mm.
Plus, it'd be nice to have a small. We do have a little bit of a victory to celebrate. We found one of them.
And disintegrated her.
I'm starting to think that wasn't necessarily my fault.
I mean, I have a bottle I stole from the.
You didn't steal it. You were gifted it. Vaughn told you to grab it.
But if he thinks he stole it, he can.
Took it from the bar.
Which
Okay.
one is that again? Can I see that?
Nope.
Is it the big jug that says XXX?
It's gonna be whatever goes in my gullet.
Is it the hydration potion?
The hydration potion.
Scotch.
So off to the tavern we
Yes,
go then?
off to the
Yeah.
tavern we go.
Okay.
And out of respect, I'm putting on the sandals that I took with
Yeah.
that were
I
in
am
my
going
gear.
to be
Okay.
on my highest guard as we go through town.
Okay.
Before we go, I'm gonna leave a note for Cyril and just let him know
Okay.
that we'll be back.
Find us in the tavern.
Yes.
Hi.
Okay. As you make your way through town, you'll notice that you are still not glowing. Very much normal. Nobody seems to be paying you any mind because you're just average Joe Schmo walking through, just like everybody else. This is a pretty prominent trading kind of fishing sort of port, like we said before. So there's various different kinds of people, and anywhere from elves to orcs to tieflings to really anybody and everybody. There's kind of a bit of a representation of any and all through here. As you make your way through town square, you come up upon a tavern, or what seems to be a tavern. And out in front, there is an A-framed sign made out of wood and what seems to be slate. And on the slate, it is written kind of in crude paint. It just says game night.
That's all my vices.
That sounds fun. You like games?
I have vices.
Yay, team building!
We're going to this bar. I'm going to get a drink. It's fine. I'm not going to stop me from having a drink. So
Okay.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Never.
You all head inside, and what you see is quite a few people. This place is pretty packed. As you walk through, you're kind of noticing what the game is that people are playing.
Is it axe throwing?
It is not axe throwing. Not indoors. What seems to be happening is that there are a bunch of two-seater tables, just one person across from another person. And there are 2 dice on the table. And what seems to be happening is that one person will roll dice and then the other person says something and then they laugh about it, or they don't laugh. Some people get pissed. There's a few fights that you can definitely tell have broken out through the day.
Liar's dice?
They're what? I'm sorry?
Is it liar's dice?
Possibly a version of it. It's kind of hard to tell with just kind of looking through. Who walks up to you is the man behind the bar, who is a decently tall half orc. Yes.
What's my level of discomfort with the height of this building?
Oh, you're fine. It's
Okay,
a
cool.
high top.
Thank
you're
God.
good. There's rafters. Yep. You're totally cool in here. But yeah, out from behind the bar, a taller, older gentleman, half orc man, comes out from behind and says, welcome. You don't seem to be from around these parts. It is game night. Please find a seat, play a game. Tonight it is a bit of a dice game that us and the regulars have kind of come up with. Familiar? All of you familiar? Yes? No?
They refresh my memory on the rules.
Okay, it's very simple. Good exercise for meeting new people. Both of you have a dice. You sit across from each other and you both roll the dice. Whoever has the highest number gets to ask a question. And whoever loses must answer that question. That's it. That's the game.
I've played a version of this.
So please, find an open seat. Have fun. If you require any drinks or services, my staff are walking about. You'll know them by the ones that are not playing the games. Okay, I have things to attend to. Ta-ta. And he walks around.
Okay, so
Cyril turned into an orc?
Look,
Cyril is very over the top.
don't,
not.
don't summon him. I don't think you want him to ask you
I
questions.
love playing
he just
Cyril.
drops to the fucking rafters. Hello.
Fucking love Cyril.
All right.
All right, let's play.
I take a seat at At one of the tables, I don't know the layout of this bar,
Okay.
but
So you're at a table, and who you are sitting across from, is
we're
a
just gonna kind of go around.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. Who you sit across from is a younger kid. Seems to be of elvish of some kind. His ears are a bit pointy, a little rough and tumble, maybe in his 20s or so.
Who let kids in this bar?
He's an elf.
Illegal drinking
He's
age
fine.
is 16.
Yeah, he's an elf. So it seems to be a kid, but is probably not. But
Okay,
he
fair.
appears to be in what you're familiar with, about in his
How long have you
20s or
been
so.
16?
Okay.
He sits down and he's kind of just waiting for the next one, taking his dice and throwing it at his fingers, and he goes, hey, Toots. How's it going?
Oh, this is gonna be
I'm
good.
not gonna partake in this. Dude.
Please sit. I don't
Get a
bite.
drink.
I
don't need any
boast.
answering
I
questions.
boast.
in
Yeah,
my hometown,
you're-
so
Charming.
over here.
All right. And so I take a seat, and it's like I've all of a sudden just kind of tapped into like it's like the energy of a woman at a bar who doesn't want to be touched. You just get that instant vibe of like, I wish I was anywhere but here, but I'm going to look like I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Can I quick question?
Yeah.
Are we actually going to be rolling
Absolutely.
for this? Okay. Would we consider these rolls attack or saving throws?
Neither. It is a game.
Oh, it's just straight. Is it
I
D6s or 20s?
20s.
I was gonna cast bless, but okay.
It's just a game. That's
It's
all
gonna
it is.
Just a game.
Twist the luck.
I play games with my children.
So you know how to play?
Yeah, I know how to play.
I'm drinking.
We roll dice. Winner asks a question. Loser has to answer.
That's how it works.
All right.
I'm not on this. I'm not playing this game.
Yeah.
And
You roll a d20.
He said to roll a d20.
yeah, D20.
What did you get?
It's a 2.
I also got a 2.
Then we try again.
Yeah.
One more.
That's the exact voice I used too. Like,
Cheese dice.
the cheese dice. I think the cheese dice are getting melty. 2 once again.
And I rolled a 10. So,
Keep an eye on her, would you?
we have got to think of a good one. What's the deal with the antlers?
There is no deal. They're just a part of my body.
Wait, so they grow out of your head? That's wild.
This should be fun.
It's interesting to say the least.
We'll break from that one. On to the next.
Are you playing?
No, I'm drinking. I don't answer questions.
So
Play
you
games
two,
with children.
decided not to play.
Now
So
with the
there's
There's no money involved.
There's no
in
money.
this.
Yeah.
there's no like obligation to answer the
I'm
question.
pit-pocketing. I'm pit-pocketing.
But it's a fun game that everybody seems to be
Can you
enjoying.
hand that in my pocket for real?
You guys in prison?
Not that pocket.
I don't
I'll
want to
play.
start no fight.
Okay.
I don't want to
So I'm gonna do
Watch
a
me
quick.
put you to sleep on the street.
I'm gonna do a quick scan of the room, and find a table with nobody at it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit first.
Okay. You do sit. It takes a few minutes.
And I just cross my legs and just kind of tap my fingers idly and look around the room.
Flap your wings.
They're like folded kind of behind me, but they twitch every now and then.
You catch across a few tables or so another table that only has a single patron at it. And it's a much older gentleman than the rest of the patrons here. Very just salt of the earth. Looks like he's been at sea for the better part of 40 to 50 years.
Salty old man.
He sees you sitting there, catches his eye, And he gets up, walks over, and you can really take in kind of what he looks like. And he's almost reptilian, but not quite. A bit portly, pretty portly, a bit of a heavier set guy. Kind of stringy, greasy hair, with a cap on. And a kind of frailed, what used to be a tunic, but is now more of a tank top, and a small bag over his shoulder. And he walks up, he grabs the chair, throws it back, and sloughs into the seat.
Well, hello to you too.
Morning.
Is it morning?
I don't know.
Fair enough.
May I ask one question before we get started?
I don't know that that's how the game is played.
Was just gonna ask your name.
I'll tell you mine if you tell me yours.
Agave Claxton, at your service.
Oh, that is indeed a name. I'm Vaughn.
Pleasure. Shall we play?
See, that's just another question, and neither of us have rolled.
I have already rolled. And you'll see his dice is on the table, and he has rolled indeed.
What'd you roll, my friend?
That'd be 13.
Ooh, I rolled a 19.
Fair. Fair. Please.
Where are you from?
Small little tribal island off of the Kade Islands myself. Grew up there with Ma and Pa. Pa was killed in the war. Ma was killed in the following war. I decided it was nice for me to join the old seafaring fleet, and I've been out there for the better part of several decades or so.
In case there's another war. Makes sense.
Never know. Better be prepared.
I understand your logic. Shall we roll again?
Absolutely.
What'd you roll this time?
16.
Oh, lucky. I rolled a 2.
My turn, eh?
Is that your question?
To myself.
Ah, I see what you're going for.
I don't particularly see anybody of your kind around here too much.
That would be a statement.
Where are you from?
Well,
They didn't want to know.
I can't
Joe
read.
Biden.
What was the city we left again? I can't read.
So you worked in Silaxis, but the question was, where are you from? So you can answer it however
Yeah.
way you like, but
Yeah.
you left from Silaxis.
Well,
Does anybody else hear banjos?
my last home, the last place
Just no, that's. I don't think you've picked up on what I've done, so just it's fine.
Oh,
the last place that I called home was Silaxis.
Oh, interesting. How recently?
That's
know.
another question.
Ah, you got me there.
You know how this
You
works.
got me there, and I'll roll.
What this time, sweetheart?
12.
Ooh, lucky again. I got a 5.
I will amend my almost question. Are you aware of the news?
oh,
That is an interesting question. There's a lot of news. Every day, new things happen, new events. What news are you talking about?
That's a question.
Ooh.
Oh, he's
Oh.
learning. Indeed it is.
Young one, I've been around for a long time and played this game many a time more than you have.
Possibly.
always just makes me want to eat gumbo.
Makes one KFC.
So,
Is anybody else playing, by the way?
No.
No.
Me and him are like obliterated.
Just me
We're just
and
drinking.
Okay.
I'm obliterated. I don't
To-
drink that much.
People
To
I'm not
answer-
comfortable.
to answer your question then, because there is new news, as is, the nature of it, every day, I must say no, I haven't heard today's crop of news.
He is going to insight check you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is my insight roll versus your either persuasion or deception roll.
Let me see which one is higher. They are the same. Ooh, 19.
Okay. I got 11. So you can tell me whatever you like.
I haven't read the news today. I haven't had time. Woke up from my beauty sleep and went to church. All the fun of the day has kind of been spent. Would you update me?
That's a question.
So we shall roll.
We shall.
You yourself a building. Went to the church.
Bond's not confessing.
You first this time.
Bond isn't confessing to nothing.
Got a 1.
8.
Oof.
Yikes.
Not doing too hot today.
Is that a question?
No, it's a statement.
I wanted to
I
clarify.
was pointing out that you are not doing too hot today. Clearly.
Depends on how you define winning this game.
There's no winning and losing. It's a game of storytelling.
See, then I don't think I'm losing.
Fair point.
So what's your question?
I don't remember.
That doesn't surprise me. Would you like to re-roll?
You know what? Why not? And we'll pause from that one.
Oh, okay. We're going
And
back
head
to
over to you.
back to me and the guy hitting
Unless
on
either
me.
one of you have anything you need or want to do.
I currently have a
We're
young
drinking
elf lad looking
and-
for snoo.
Looking at people.
I'm watching people. I'm not comfortable. I mean, yeah, you gotta understand. I'm just.
He's just here to drink and
On-
eat
Drink and
and
watch
have
people.
other
That's it.
water.
Now, as a reminder, if there's ever a question you do not want to answer or you just want to get up, you can. There may or may not be a consequence. I don't know. Depends on who you're talking to, I guess.
Yikes.
Just like a
It's
regular old
about
bar.
to be a what? Bar fight? All right. So me and Young in here, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Antlers grow out of my head. It's interesting to say the least.
Cool.
Just yeah, it's pretty cool except for when you're going through certain doors,
That's
but
nice.
You're channeling your inner high school dirtbag.
Cool.
it is what it is. Shall we roll again?
Yeah, I'll keep you here as long as you want, man.
What'd you get?
17.
I rolled a 6.
Awesome. How tall are you?
I'm 7.5 feet tall,
Cool.
not counting the antlers.
That's cool.
I love how you went from just like
You're home.
young elf to now you're fucking Dave's not here, man.
We're locked in.
He's trying to attract anybody, and once he finally has the thing he's been looking for, has no idea what to do with it. We're empty up here.
Dishes are done. Man.
I have no idea what do I do with my hands.
Familiar. All right, let's roll again then.
Awesome. Okay.
Elves are natural gardeners.
Huh. Uh-oh.
What'd you get?
3.
Oh, I saw what you rolled.
I rolled a 1.
What is with you two?
I enjoy what I've been doing.
Shit. Okay.
Cade's has been a lot more expositional than mine. Mine, I feel like I'm trying to prevent someone from catching a charge.
How
right
do you
now.
get your eyes to glow like that?
Magic? You're an elf. You don't know about magic?
Not yet.
Honey, you'll learn in time.
It just
Oh.
flew in from the forest.
Cool.
Let's roll again.
Okay.
And it's sad that he's sitting here entertaining it.
As he's going to roll and I'm prepping to roll, like, let's roll again. Hey, can I get a drink over here?
And he's just like,
No, that's I love gay bars. They're so much fun.
if I win, I have a question.
Oh, God.
Roll.
I got a 10.
I got an 11. No shit. No shit. Okay.
Go ahead.
How the fuck did you just do that?
It's a skill called ventriloquism. You learn how to do different voices, and sometimes that works for getting the attention of people. Like, thank you very much. And someone came like walking over, like, did someone call for a drink? Thank you.
Nope. And he stands up and walks away.
Oh, but I was starting to have fun. Bye.
And he's just walking, trying desperately to find another table.
Amazing.
We now go back to your table.
Why is your Adam's apple so big?
It's an Eve's apple.
Cool.
I love that. That's what it took. You've got a 7.5-foot tall elven babe with antlers, and all I had to do is, can I get a drink over here?
I'm telling you this now. That kid, total pussy.
Yeah.
Couldn't
Oh,
handle
yeah.
it, even if he tried.
Yep.
Anyway,
I am a lot to handle.
so are you continuing to roll?
Cookie crumble.
Yeah.
13.
12. You finally won one.
I thought this wasn't a game of winning.
Well, whoever beats who. The ultimate goal is not.
Fair enough.
What is your question?
This NPC talks, I smell crawfish.
So, you're from the islands, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That was my question.
Fair enough.
Ask about what
Roll
the news-
again.
What about the news?
11.
12.
The time you get to ask
I
a
should-
question.
Consistent, aren't you?
I shit you not.
No, I believe it. I trust it.
I will fudge none of these rolls.
I thought about lying about my one earlier.
You get a
I
DM
thought
cam.
about lying about several of my roles.
But no, I'm
No,
having a lot more fun.
I
with
am
this
100%
actually.
okay. I'm keeping it honest, I
Yeah.
swear.
DM cam roller. A roller cam. Just one camera, just over the dice.
No, I put in the chat. Does
So,
anyone
to
else have
clarify,
some decent-
just so I get this
It's
straight.
super
Mhm.
easy.
In statement form, you are from Silaxis. You just so happen to be here
Mhm.
the day after the event happened.
The day after what?
Is not your turn.
He got you there.
Interesting.
I think you should stop answering questions.
So you just so happen to be here. You're from there.
These are the voices
You have
in
no
your head.
idea what happened. Tell you what. Before you leave, would you come visit my shop?
Is that your question?
He just stares at you.
Can I answer after I roll again?
Intensity.
I asked the question.
You can cut it with it.
My
You either answer or you get up.
Sure.
But
I'll stop by your shop.
This tension is so thick you can cut it with a spaghetti noodle.
Yeah. I'm sweating already. When he talks like that, I start
Shall
to
we roll
sweat.
again?
I don't know why.
If you so shall wish.
He better have gotten a really, really low number.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. I've rolled this same number like 4
You
times.
get another 12.
I got another 11.
Roll it again.
Yeah, roll it again.
Double roll.
See what
No, I got a
happens.
2.
Oh, Jesus. What is
Good
with you? You
Lord.
just start using
I-
different dice.
Maybe I don't want to.
Don't touch it.
I got it
I don't
too.
want your curse.
Let me see that dice, Mikey.
What is your business here?
Visiting an old friend.
Quite the mystery. Another?
I say nothing and I just rolled again.
Okay.
16.
16.
Good
We
one.
shall another time.
Okay. You first.
Nat 20.
9. I wasn't gonna beat a nat 20.
It's the only one I've rolled in like the last 3 sessions.
Look, if this is when you roll it, that's fine. Rolled a 9.
Who is this old friend?
Someone I knew from the war.
The war.
Of sorts.
I don't know. Look, just because I get flashbacks doesn't mean I was in the war.
You see his interest severely peak at this based off of what he's shared so far.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
Hmm.
You visit my shop before you leave. We'll have a real conversation.
Sounds good.
And he'll scribble down on a piece of parchment the address, or basically where his shop is located. Slide it over to you and say,
You touched it.
"'Twas a pleasure."
So it was.
And he gets up and walks to another table and starts talking to somebody else.
Okay.
Slut.
Oh, Jesus! God!
We don't know what kind of shop it is.
God damn!
It's a fucking lion's den. We don't know.
How'd I break up the tension? Because I started sweating real bad.
Gets up and goes talk to somebody else. Slut.
I love that y'all were so rattled by that. That was great.
Just fucking. I felt like I just witnessed a car crash.
Wow.
Sorry, I've been drinking. Slut.
Sometimes you can get as many answers out of someone's questions as you can their answers.
Are you gonna meet up with him though?
Yeah.
Has anyone come to sit down at my table?
Old and salty.
It doesn't seem so, no.
Oh, cool. This guy's pretty much ruined my game night.
Well,
Thanks.
I think you kind of freaked out the entire bar with your, "Hey, can I get a beer over here?"
I didn't go that deep.
No, I mean, nobody sat at your table in particular, but there are other open tables.
Why don't you go?
Okay, what are my options here?
Well, my
Hit it
table.
one.
Well, let's see here.
Go get the beats.
What are the NPCs that you have prepared for me?
Oh yeah, the NPCs I totally have prepared that are written
Please
down
feed
right
us
here
NPCs.
on all of the notes that are on my phone. You've got
Chattiest.
there seems to be an elderly gnome sitting at one table. Another table, excuse me, used by a bugbear. Can't tell what exactly they are, but you can tell that it is a bugbear of some kind.
Rar.
And then a tall, thin, the word escapes me, Furbolg, which you'll remember is what Cyril is.
Does this
And
Furbolg have a dick drawn on his forehead? Just curious.
it wouldn't appear so, no.
Okay. Just checking.
And those seem to be the only tables you can see at the moment.
Does the gnome have a goat with him?
Make a perception check.
Yes!
That's very bad.
No, we're harkening back to our Christmas one shot.
He's not sitting on a stool, he's sitting on
That's
a
going to be a 23.
There is no goat with a gnome.
Aww.
That was a
Damn it.
perfect roll.
Where
With
was
the
that during the
non-cheese.
question game?
I know, it's like 2, 1,
Has he
2. I rolled
changed
like
it?
4
I rolled a
11s in a row.
16. I don't know, man. The dice. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Nice.
Oh, wait. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go sit with the Furbolg.
Okay.
Basically, is this seat taken?
No, please sit.
Okay.
Tonight's game is make Bailey do all the voices.
I know.
All the
Okay,
voices.
I'm slightly regretting the game now.
Yeah.
This one with
But
a
it's
slur.
fun.
Haha.
You chose this.
You have set the bar high as a DM with your audio clips and your item printouts. Now we need to see the breadth of your voices.
Oh, I can
This
do
one with
quite a few of them.
slur.
You mean a lisp?
A slur.
No, a slur is what they say.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't do
We don't do
slurs.
No
slurs.
slur, a lisp.
We do lisp.
You can
Slurs are real bad.
you can slur your
Don't
speech.
do a slur.
Yeah,
so you can slur your
Yeah,
speech.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's your
Stay out of my,
favorite
stay out of my
slur?
lip.
Don't answer that, chat.
Ooh,
We
you
don't
do have a
support
green
slurs.
light for one bad word.
I've been on my behavior. Leave me alone.
Oh god, you're
Playing?
really drinking a lot.
Well, of course.
Stay away
that's it.
from me.
All right, let's roll.
You have a drunken slur?
19.
Kind of.
15.
So what might your name be?
Pulls up babynames.com.
FantasyNameGenerator.com.
And all that stalling, my mind was completely blank. I have a name, but it's really dumb.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Reginald Buchanan.
Hey,
He had to be a
Buchanan.
Buchanan.
I don't know why that popped into my head, but it did.
there's a
Brian.
Ryan. Ryan.
That's not even the voice I'm doing, but I get it.
My name is Reginald.
Buchanan.
Pleasure to meet you, Reginald.
Such a fancy name for a fancy
Shall we
man.
roll again?
Is he wearing fancy pants?
Can't see from here.
15.
Natural 20.
Jesus Christ!
Using all the DM's nat 20s in the weirdest way.
That way when we go to combat, we just raffle stomp the enemy.
Yeah,
Burn him up.
because that's how this
Watch
works.
Bailey be like, I bought 6 new sets of dice.
No, I'm using the same ones that I always use. This one set is just on fire for me tonight. I don't know why. Okay. You don't seem to be from around here, and you seem oddly familiar.
I didn't hear any question in there.
I am not the only one of my kind you have seen. Is that right?
I've met another Furble, yes.
Interesting.
$14.
There's no fucking way.
You got another 20?
I got another natural 20.
You need to change out your fucking
2
dice.
in a row, 3 total. What is going on tonight?
Switch me dice.
No, I'm keeping it.
No, it's fine. It's exposition. You wanted the exposition.
You're right, you're right.
This is how it happens.
Do you like potatoes?
The reason I ask,
Y'all are just talking at the bar.
Yeah.
most are a bit wary of my kind. We're not from these parts. We're not really from anywhere anymore.
Can I get another cup of grog, please?
One more on him! You hear from the bar off in the corner. That'll be 2 silver. Yeah, sucker. He takes your
I
silver.
don't care.
Pulls
You
it
can
in.
have all the silver you want. It's not mine.
It's not mine.
You pulled it out of my tip jar.
Yeah.
And then Reginald will look at you and go, I definitely feel like I know you. Or at least heard of you. Interesting. Ah. Hey, Cyril! And what you haven't noticed is that Cyril is at one of these tables playing a game with someone else.
Atta
Thank God I did
boy.
not play this game.
And he looks over and goes, Yes? Think I found the lass you were talking about. Oh, wonderful. I'll be over in a minute.
I would very much check, please.
We're not back on me. I don't know if I overhear this.
Can I get another one? Please.
Something stronger.
Meanwhile, their drinks have
A
been
lot
paid for by
stronger.
Cyril.
Yeah. Another one on the house.
Cyril prepaid for the 2 masked fuckers. Like those two.
Reginald goes, well, why waste the game? I will be joining you shortly.
And literally knowing Cyril, that's the exact face I make as I'm like, oh.
And he gets up and he flicks a gold towards you and goes, for your time.
Slut.
The immediate reaction I had was just be like, hey, yo, do I look like a hussy to you?
Full respect. Very much a white chicks moment.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm just,
Yeah.
it's literally the meme of she was too stunned to speak. I'm just looking at this gold coin, feeling like, and to break the tension, a gold orb floats over my shoulder. Did you just become a prostitute of words?
Twice.
How the hell do you do that?
So when Reginald gets up, he does walk over to Cyril, whisper something in his ear, lean over and speak something into his ear, and you see Cyril motion and a very grand bow and adieu to the person that he's been talking to. And as he leaves the view, you can see the person just sit there going,
Is it the elf kid?
Hang on, wait. Is it the elf kid?
"It is
Whoa.
the
Yay!
So I'm gonna look over and be like, not so weird, my voice is it now.
What?
Not my voice isn't so weird now, is it?
That's what I'm saying. Did I have a stroke? Did I hear that right?
He picks up his drink and just
This kid has had a gay awakening against his will.
Yikes.
and he puts his couple silver on the table, gets up and just walks out of the place.
Later, dude.
Bye.
Cyril walks over to
What the hell was that?
What? Who are you
on
flashing?
I don't know.
Cyril walks
We're
over
gonna-
to
you have a cutoff
two.
limit from now on.
That's not that. I drink more than that.
Excuse me. Man, I got the burps.
Water.
Cyril walks over to you two and goes, I see we found each other. Eventful. Where are the other two?
None
At
of
the
your
bar.
Business. None of your business.
Oh. Wonderful. They can keep drinking.
He wants us to pass out.
I'll go get them and tell them to stop. It's in their best interest. I stand up and I go over and just behind their backs to the bartender, just cut them off.
And
It's not.
when it's just me and Cyril,
Mhm.
I'm gonna just kind of lean down, and it's gonna start very politely. And it's gonna exactly like this. To go. Quick question, and do not tell me to roll for it because I want the answer.
Oh, we are not at a table.
What exactly did you tell that other furball about me?
Two things. One, mind your tone.
Yipes.
And two, that other furbolg is my brother.
Hey!
No disrespect meant. Just very put off because I was hit on already once tonight. And also, I had a gold coin tossed at me for my time.
Slut.
A sign of respect
Oh,
and
look at that.
thankfulness for the conversation. And you'll notice his accent has changed.
Should have poked the bear.
And then he looks away and snaps out of it and goes, Okay, Von, are we ready to go? I have my things. They are waiting outside.
That's why I don't look at him when he does
Yes.
that. I start
Yes,
sweating
let's
harder.
go.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
You two masked fellows, please stay just ahead of me. Actually, no. You carry the cart. You're the strongest. You walk in front of me. I have questions.
I get carried where I go.
And then you all make your way out with...
And then there's one. Yeah, you're welcome, Cyril.
You're gonna
I'm glad they
carry
have-
me out the
This is
bar.
why we broke up.
You carried me out the bar.
Am I carrying you out the
You
back?
carried me out the
These two
bar.
are drunk as hell. I don't think he's gonna be walking.
I can't walk.
Another bottle.
God damn.
Let's drink the whole bottle.
a fun evening.
I'm blacking out.
Great.
I'm blacking out.
So you go outside. Cyril has his. There's a rather large cart, a bit of a wheelbarrow like the one that you tried to get into. A bit bigger than that and not as disheveled. Has various different things, provisions, and quite a hefty stack of coal on there for the steam-powered portions of the ship. As he's exiting, Cyril looks back, says another thing to his brother, just through the ears and very, close. They then share a quick hug, and then his brother goes back inside, and Cyril comes with you all.
Oh, Cyril, before we go, I
Yeah.
may have promised an older fellow that I would visit his store before we left. So I'm gonna make a pit stop.
Okay,
Please.
as you are. You know where we are.
Pit stop.
Renn, keep an eye on these two.
She said pit stop.
What? Why do I? Okay.
Because you haven't had as much to drink as them.
Come along, children, back to the ship. We've got a lot of work to do, and I have many questions about the day. Is that new, by the way? He says, motioning towards your staff.
Yes, this will be explained in the debrief of the day. Also, I turned into a bear today.
What have you all gotten into? Good lord. Okay. Off we go. And make your way towards the ship. You heading towards looking around, seeing if you can find any descript of what was written down by...
What was written down?
What was written down will be revealed next time, because that's
Oh,
where we're going to
fuck
end
you.
tonight.
Which means he didn't have it written down in his own notes.
No, I have it. There are no bullshit. I've had that kind of pocketed for a bit.
No, you're good.
It's just
picking your nose.
fleshing out
No,
a bit of a different way.
It's got my
Crusty.
No, it's
So,
just from what my glasses.
We will
are.
pick up there next time, 2 weeks from now, correct? Yeah,
Yes.
June. Yep. Same time, same place. Thank you all for joining us, watching, listening. Even if you have us on in the background, it means a lot. If you want to support us in any way, getting a subscribe on here, it's totally free. It doesn't cost you a dime. Doesn't even make us a dime. It just shows us some good support. And if you want to follow us on TikTok, we're trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok so we can stream there as well and bring our content to more people on more platforms. So
Yep.
if you want to support, share us around, hit all the buttons, do all the things, and we really appreciate it. Thank you guys for sticking with us tonight. Unless anybody else says anything.
Informal announcement, we are working on a Ko-Fi for the channel if you want to support us as well. So that will be coming to give you an option. We're hammering out some of the details for the different tiers, but we are going to have some membership tiers, not unlike Patreon, but with a little bit more bang for your buck. But until then, like and subscribe here, completely free.
All right. Well, until next time, everybody, keep your ears open and listen for the echoes. Good night.
Peace.
Bye.
Axe throwing.